What's going on, guys, and welcome back into the channel. We are gonna do Hot in the Hobby this week. It has been a long time since we've done any sort of, well, really any semblance of the Invest videos, of the Hot in the Hobby, of the Hobby headquarters. I know it's been a long time. We've just been super busy, but there have been a lot of absolutely ridiculous performances in the world of sports, driving a lot of cards forward. And so we're gonna take a look at those today, focusing on six players from across, I think, every major North American sport. So that's kind of cool. So let's hop right on into it. And who has been the hottest name, the hottest player that is selling everywhere? And it is, of course, Victor Wembanyama, center for the San Antonio Spurs. I almost feel kind of like weird calling him a center because I feel like he can play any position at this point, which is also crazy considering he's 7'4". But let's take a look at some of his key rookie cards over the past week. Let's look at his 2023 Prism base rookie card in a PSA 10, which has a population count of like 1 billion. That card is up 48% to $144 over the past week. His Prism Silver rookie card, and this one, all right, this one's just kind of flat out bananas. This thing is up 88% to $1,700 over the past week. $1,753 to be exact. His 2023 Prism Ice PSA 10 is up 48% to not $144. So it's like $600 now for the Prism Ice in a PSA 10. My notes are wrong on that. I'm pretty sure they're around $600. But let's also take a look at this. This has some of his more sought after inserts and lower numbered cards. Look at his rookie Kaboom in a PSA 8. An 8 just sold for $25,000. An increase of 271% over the past year, with the PSA 7 up to $7,200 and climbing. I think the 7's worth a heck of a lot more than that after the PSA 8 sold for $25K. Keep in mind that these Kabooms are all like horrifically off-center because of the absolutely mind-boggling design ideas from Panini on these things. So the 7s are basically like the 9s, and the 8s are basically the 10s. But the low-numbered high-end Prism color, Select color, all of it is up really big too. Take a look at the orange, numbered to 49 out of Prism in a PSA 10. That card just sold for $25,000. A 91% increase since the last sale before the season started. I have one of those cards. Full disclosure, I had it stickered at like $16K, I want to say, something like that, literally 2 weeks ago. And that card I kept getting offered 13, 14, a lot for it. Some pretty big sports card influencers contacted me about that card, were offering me 13, 14K. I said, I wouldn't sell it for that, even though the last sale was right around there. That card in 2 weeks is now north of $25,000 because Victor Wembanyama is averaging 31 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 blocks, and 60% shooting from the field. He's also an 80% free throw shooter, by the way, and shooting 36% from downtown. Just to give you an idea here, he is 8th in the league in scoring, 4th in rebounding, obviously overwhelmingly 1st in the league in blocks by more than 2 per game. The Spurs are 4-0 and have looked great so far. They have wins over Dallas, New Orleans, Brooklyn, and Toronto. Roster around Wemby, Stephen Castle has looked really good. Stefan Castle, not Stephen, excuse me. Dylan Harper, their number 2 overall pick, has looked good. I just feel bad calling anyone Stephen that's not Stephen Curry. And this is a team that's still missing perennial all-star De'Aaron Fox, keep in mind. And Jeremy Sochan is also not on the court right now. Wemby also, by the way, grew an inch in the offseason. Now, we all knew that Wemby had all the talent in the world and still does. This start to the season is obviously insane. The dude almost had like a triple-double with blocks a few nights ago. So while I understand why these cards are so hot, he probably is the most uniquely talented player basketball has ever seen. This one is going to come down to health, guys. It is what it is. It's been obvious for a couple years now that if healthy, Wemby is a Hall of Fame type talent. That is unbelievably obvious. But the size and the health are the glaring concerns here. Obviously, blood clot earlier this year, 7'4" and growing apparently. Those are huge concerns. Does he have the longevity, basically? I don't fault anyone for buying his stuff right now. What your eyes see is worth what you're paying. But it's the health that will dictate how far he goes. I personally think you should have something Wembanyama in your collection because the talent is too immense not to take a shot on it. But I wouldn't be unloading. I wouldn't be backing the truck up and unloading your money, cement truck style until we kind of see how his body holds up over the next couple of years. Yeah, maybe by then it's too late, because if his body does hold up, then pretty much all of us will be priced out of this market. But we'll see what happens with Wemby. He is crazy, crazy hot, and so is Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers. His 2020 Prism base rookie card in the PSA 10 is up 35% to $50 over the past week, and the PSA 9 is up 75.9% to $22 over the past week. You know, I noticed PSA 9s tend to have more movement than PSA 10s. If you want to just like kind of volume sell your way to making money buying and selling sports cards, I almost kind of like buying like 20 PSA 9s than 5 PSA 10s and just unloading the PSA 9s, because they tend to have a higher percentage increase because they're cheaper cards. So there's more people that can afford them. There's more people that want to buy them. It's kind of an interesting, maybe I'll do a video about it later. But so far in 2025, Justin Herbert, 2,100 yards through the air, 16 touchdowns, 7 picks, 67.9% completions for a 97 quarterback rating. He's rushed 37 times for 248 yards and no touchdowns so far. But the Chargers are 5-3, which is good enough for a tie, for second in the AFC West with the Chiefs, who Herbert absolutely picked apart last month for 300 plus and 3 TDs. But it's been an impressive year for this guy. They have some great wins. The Chiefs, as I noted, they beat the division-leading Broncos already, and they have a somewhat favorable schedule the next month. But their last 5 weeks, the 5 weeks after that are brutal. Eagles, at Chiefs, at Cowboys, Texans, and at Broncos. Whew, that's hard. Now, there are a couple things in play here with Herbert. Number one, he's dating Madison Beer now, I guess. So I don't know if maybe there's like a little bit of a Taylor Swift effect here. Another girlfriend who is more famous than the actual player that she's dating. I don't know if Madison Beer is more famous than Justin Herbert, but maybe that one might be pretty close. Taylor Swift, easily, I think, more famous than Travis Kelce. But Herbert's completion percentage is up. He's looking like he'll probably throw for 4,000 yards again, something he hasn't done since 2022. His interceptions are a little bit up, which is maybe a little concerning, but we've known this guy's very talented for a long time. The team is very well coached as well. That division, though, is so tough, but top 5 passing attack, top 10 to 12 rushing attack, and a top 10 defense. This is a good team. And I have a feeling these cards will just come down to whether they win the key games, basically. We all know the Chargers are good. We all know Herbert is good. This Herbert market is just going to come down to key games. It's going to come down to, once they get in the playoffs, can they have a statement win? If they do, then they obviously move up. I always want to like Herbert, but he really hasn't been the same guy since his first 2 years in the league. For me, he still has a lot to show, but look, big market team, 5-3, with big primetime wins, you're bound to see a bump in your prices. Speaking of which, a bump in the prices we have seen out of Tyrese Maxey, the guard for the Philadelphia 76ers. His 2020 Prism Silver in a PSA 10 is up 21.7% to $257 over the past week, and his base PSA 10 is up 100% to $55. What's the trend we're seeing, guys? The cheaper card is up a way higher percentage. So far in 2025, this is ridiculous. Tyrese Maxey is averaging 37.5 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 8.3 assists, a steal on 46% shooting, and 52% from downtown. As of the filming of this video, the Sixers are 4-0 with wins over both Orlando and Boston. But wow, what a start to the year for Maxey. Huge improvements across the board for the 24-year-old out of Kentucky. Remember, this guy was a late first-round pick and has been a bona fide all-star the past couple years already. But this version of Tyrese Maxey is taking the next step. Now, to be honest with you, I don't see this continuing, at least not to this degree. Like, he's not going to shoot 50+% from downtown the entire season. But if he's able to make the jump to being kind of a high 20s, 30 points a night kind of guy, there are going to be a lot of people getting into this guy's market. This team has a ton of young talent beyond him as well. VJ Edgecombe, the number 3 overall pick this year, has gotten off to an incredible start as well. I think he's averaging like 22, 6, and 5. Oubre has been solid. And remember, this is a team that hasn't even had Paul George or Jared McCain yet. And of course, you know, Joel Embiid, who's like literally a piece of glass running up and down the floor. But this is the kind of team where if they are all healthy at the same time, you basically have 5 all-stars in your lineup, which is terrifying. The talent level in Philly is wild, but when McCain and George get back, they'll for sure eat into Maxey's personal stats. So while I think the numbers won't be so crazy eye-popping, this guy is showing right now that he can lead this team now. And that bodes well for the future after guys like Embiid and George have moved on. Although I think they both maybe have a couple more years left on their contracts right now. But this bodes really well for Tyrese Maxey. Love this kid's talent level. Love the amount of talent that's on the team, what could surround him. Tyrese Maxey, crazy hot right now, and I don't mind it at all. Speaking of which, kind of totally unrelated actually. If you guys like any of the charts that we use, any of the numbers that we use, I comp all of my cards on the Market Movers app and the Market Movers website. I like to use the website because it's just a bigger screen. And if you log on to their website and enter the code Hollywood when you sign up, you're gonna get a couple of weeks free and 20% off of your membership for the rest of your life. This isn't like a limited time offer. This is like a life offer because I'm a lifer, you know? That's how I roll. Amazing way to comp cards. You can check any grade, what that's sold for on the same screen, which is a huge part of it. So like you don't have to go back and forth between 9 and 8 and 10. It'll just show PSA 1 to PSA 10, you can see every single price on the same screen. BGS 1 to BGS 10, all the prices on the same screen. That feature is awesome. So log on to the marketmovers.com website and enter the code Hollywood to get signed up and situated so that you can comp cards like the pros. But let's move to our last topic of the day, and it's the World Series. And we're gonna talk about 3 players in the World Series. You probably already guessed it. It is Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Let's talk Ohtani-san to start. Wow. His 2018 Topps Chrome Update pitching rookie card is up 54% to $363. His 2018 Topps Chrome pitching rookie card, flagship card, is up 20.8% to $500 in a PSA 10. His 2018 Topps Chrome Update rookie debut Chrome is up 58.7% to $515. His rookie autos are also way up. I think I showed you guys, I made a video about the Bowman Chrome Blue Refractor batting autograph and the green pitching autograph, both of which I picked up a few weeks ago. Both of those are up like $15,000 in 2 weeks. The Ohtani market continues to go stratospheric, and for good reason. No player has ever done both pitch and hit in the playoffs or World Series to this level of success. Babe Ruth did it, I think, 1 year in the playoffs, and I think he was hitting 6 at the time. He wasn't quite like as prolific a hitter at that point yet, but Shohei, 8 homers and counting in the postseason, has been, for the most part, spectacular on the mound. Just a week ago, everyone was saying, oh, he's only hitting 200 in the playoffs, guys. But guys, playoffs are like a really small sample size. And guess what? In like 2 games, he's now gone from hitting 200 to like 285 or 290. So just remember, averages don't really tell the whole story in the playoffs. But honestly, even if the Dodgers lose this World Series, which is very possible, I still don't think his stuff is coming down. At least not a whole lot in the offseason, if at all. This guy is like a folklore legend at this point. You can't even argue that as a two-way player, this isn't the highest level of baseball ever played. He is the best individual player of all time. He won't ever have the long-term stats to match up with like Babe Ruth's 714 home runs or whatever. But as a package, playing at this level, at this time, on this stage, in this atmosphere, yeah, no one has come close. Are there players that hit the ball better than him? Yeah. Aaron Judge is a better hitter than Shohei Ohtani. Yeah. Barry Bonds is a better hitter than Shohei Ohtani. But that does not outweigh a all-star caliber, Cy Young caliber type pitcher in one player. It just does not outweigh it. I'm sorry. I also find it kind of surprising that his debut rookie update card has surpassed his Topps Chrome pitching flagship card in the PSA 10. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. People kind of like hitting images more than pitching images, but it's the pitching that actually sets him apart. And for that reason, I actually prefer the pitching cards, but you do you. Let's move on to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Let's look at Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s 2019 Topps Chrome base rookie card in the PSA 10, which is up 31.8% to $43 over the past week, and his 2019 Topps Heritage rookie card in the PSA 10, which is up $55 to $55% to $31 over the past week. Again, look at this. Again, the cheaper card is up a higher percentage. I wonder why. Taking a look at Yoshinobu Yamamoto, his 2024 Topps Chrome Refractor in a PSA 10, that's a rookie card, up 36.6%, $132. His rookie debut Refractor in a PSA 10 is up 80% to $90. And his 2024 Topps Chrome Home Field Advantage short print, super short print PSA 10 is up 75% to $300. That is a sweet card. Why don't we start with Vladdy? I mean, just been an absolute freight train this postseason, and usually when teams give out massive contracts or massive deals, the opposite happens, and we see players regress, but not this guy. Vladdy Jr. is an unbelievable baseball player. I love that he has a flatter swing. It kind of makes him less prone to striking out, and he drives the ball. He makes the other team, he makes your defense play. He's lost some weight. He's looked quicker. He's not like a huge liability on the base paths. He's defensively very serviceable. Seems to be a good team leader as well, and his teammates enjoy looking up to him. He has a great sense of humor and a great personality. I actually really like buying this guy, to be honest. I think he's kind of undervalued. Like, he's young. He's showing us where his true potential is. He's in a winning organization that does spend money, that has an amazing fan base. This stuff obviously keeps going up if they win it. Even if they don't, though, I would still consider buying Vladdy in the offseason when prices come down a bit. The combination of great talent and personality with an owner that actually wants to spend to win and great fans. The Toronto fans are very, very passionate about their sports teams. It's a rare combination to see in baseball, to have all that stuff. And the Blue Jays are one of the teams where, man, you get young talent there with an owner that wants to spend, and I mean, things can get special, and that's why you're seeing them in the World Series right now. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, what more can you really say? I mean, 2 complete games in a row and was ready to come out into that wild game 3 in like the 19th inning if he had to. Just 2 days after throwing another complete game. But the Dodgers made him the highest paid pitcher in the MLB for a reason a couple of years ago. He commands 5 or 6 pitches consistently in the zone. What makes him really special is that he can pitch you north, south, east, and west, and all of it is elite, and all of the stuff is pinpoint. He's also elite at fielding his position. And so far, he really has excelled in the biggest moments when it has mattered most. So he has the clutch gene, something that Dodger pitchers have not necessarily been known for in recent past, aside from maybe, like Walker Buehler's has had some pretty magical postseasons for the Dodgers in recent memory. But as a whole, Yamamoto might be the best pitcher in baseball. And I'm not saying necessarily by stuff. I think Skeens and Skubal have better stuff or more dominating stuff. But Yamamoto is more well-rounded to me. He fields better, he commands more pitches, he keeps lineups off balance more. So longevity-wise, also, that's important to me when buying pitchers' cards. I don't like buying the flamethrowers, as sexy as they are, because it's just so much wear and tear on the arm. Give me Yamamoto with the simple delivery and his little yoga routines and his little javelin throwing routines. I mean, if you really look at it, like the great Japanese players that have come over to America to play in Major League Baseball, they have always had like a staggering amount of longevity in the league. So as far as pitchers go, Yamamoto is probably one of your safer bets. I'm not necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily buy Yamamoto to like invest in Yamamoto, but as a Dodger fan, I think this is one that you probably got to own. But that'll wrap things up for me on this week's episode of Hot in the Hobby. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel down below. I know over 75% of you guys who watch me are not subscribed to the channel. Ouch. Long story short, it really helps me being able to make these videos. So I really appreciate it if you do that. I do reply to comments as well, as long as they're respectful. I don't reply to the "you're an idiot" comments or I mean, just be respectful. I'm respectful in the comments with you guys. So until next time, I'll see you guys next week. Not 100% sure what types of videos we'll be putting out, but and if you want to meet in person, if you want to buy some cards from me, if you want to make some deals with me, you just want to talk sports, you want to talk baseball, you want to talk basketball, you want to talk football, you want to talk hockey, I won't lie, I'm not going to know what the heck you're saying if you're talking hockey to me, because I don't watch a ton of hockey. But you can find me at the Front Row Card Show in Las Vegas on the weekend of November 8th and 9th, I believe. It is at the Rio Hotel and Casino. I am table A16, I want to say. I'm table A16. If I'm not table A16, then I will be very close to table A16. You're gonna walk in the room, you're gonna go all the way down to the left, and I'll be like in the first few rows right there. So I hope to see you guys at the Front Row Card Show. So until next time, Mr. Hollywood, out.